Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Could you please tell us your name, designation, and how long have you been associated with KEM?
Hello. Good morning. My name is Dr. Devendra Vartak, and I am here in KEM since around 5 6 years now. I am a consultant orthopedic surgeon, and my specialty is doing joint replacement surgeries. I also enjoy doing trauma, so I am here as a trauma surgeon as well on every Thursday, and Tuesdays I do my joint replacement OPD.
Doctor, how long have you been associated with KEM?
Yeah, so it's been now a journey of around 6 to 7 years. I joined here as a alien to KEM, so I have not done my undergraduation or post graduation in KEM, but I have been always associated with KEM in one way or the other because when I was a kid, my grandparents were admitted here, so I knew the old building and the old casualty, so I have fond memories of that place. And then when I went to MBBS, we had very great surgeons here. So we always wanted to be like them. So we used to come for their clinics and lectures. So yes, so that association is also there. But now I am on the other side and proud to be on the other side. And that has been now 6 to 7 years.
That's great, doctor. Doctor, why did you choose to get into healthcare and why KEM Hospital?
Yeah. So some decision is like subconscious. So I didn't, after 12th I went to a career counselor and I asked what are the options, and then I chose healthcare. It didn't happen that way. I come from a family where there are doctors in my family, so that has been some influence there. But some of my family members are engineers as well. In fact, before I went into medicine, I did a 6 month stint on our factory at Silvassa just to try out whether I am not going in the wrong field. But then I found I am a misfit there. So then I entered medicine MBBS, and there I thought I belonged there. And very early in MBBS, I knew that I had to become an orthopedic surgeon. So I started assisting surgeries in second, third year, and since then I never felt that there is something else I could have done other than orthopedics.
That's great, doctor. Doctor, how do you approach discussing unpleasant topics with patients and their families?
Yeah, so being a doctor, that's a challenge because every day everything will not go smooth, and we get patients at various stages of their diseases. So there are many unpleasant situations which happen. There are some, to name a few, there are some unforeseen complications that can happen before, during, or after surgery. There can be certain untoward incidences, and despite taking good consent, having a discussion with the patients, still these things happen. I think the key is to avoid this rather than to make the situation happen and then wait and then diffuse it. So to avoid it, I think the number one key key thing to do nowadays, which is missing, is good patient communication. If you spend time with the patient and tell him bluntly on his face, look, this is a fracture, you have to operate it because you have to walk, but there are so many percent chances of having these complications, then I think everyone is on the same page and they understand. You have to understand the family also, because not everyone who is talking to you is the decision making member in the family. So you have to find out who is the next of kin, who is the decision making member, and you have to talk to them as well. Nowadays in Pune, many times we have to call the relatives who are there in far off lands, US, UK, wherever they are. So some doctors, they don't have time for that, but I make it a point. I ask them, you just phone them, I talk to them, and then they know just after a few minutes that they are in good hands. So taking the patient's confidence is number one priority. Number two is to avoid. So we are very cautious. We do all the tests. And thirdly, yes, disclosing a bad news, we are all trained at it. So it has to be done gradually and respecting the sentiments of the family. So So in a way it is a tricky situation, but I think as you have few of those situations, you uh, you get better at it. I hope I had very few of those situations, but yes, you do encounter them, and you have to be prepared for them.
Right. Doctor, could you tell us about your experience working with a few challenging cases? And also what issues have come up and how did you respond?
Yeah. So the day we entered orthopedics, I thought everything is a challenge because when we encounter patients, they come either in wheelchairs, they have a part of road traffic accident. So life saving becomes the priority, and then limb saving, as we say. So I remember a couple of patients were really challenging in terms of their deformities. Because I'm a joint replacement surgeon, I'll stick to that part. So there was a young person who was around 32 years old, who came in a wheelchair, couldn't walk, with severe deformities of all joints you can think of: wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip, knee. And sequentially we did surgeries one by one. Every surgery was a challenge. We had to change the approaches. There was no money. KM hospital and the social worker department, they helped to raise the money. And the post operative course was also very difficult. So I've been following that patient from 2012. Still he is my patient. Still we have not done all his joints, but yes, he is pain free, and he is at least getting independent day by day. So that is one of the challenging cases.
Right, doctor. Doctor, lastly, what would be your one piece of advice to young medical students today?
The one piece of advice which I would like to give all the young orthopedic surgeons is to be inquisitive and to do the hard work. There are no shortcuts to be taken. So it takes a while where you master all the skills one by one. It doesn't come overnight, and you have to get your basics right in the first 2 3 years. Then next 2 3 years spend and find out what really interests you, and then this is the age of specialty. So you have to specialize in some field you want, be it foot and ankle surgery, or be it pediatric surgery, pediatric orthopedic surgery. And then you have to take around 5 to 6 years of dedicated time, and then yes, then I think the sky is the limit.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for your time.